SWX has this season's exclusive pass, bringing you into the locker room, onto the field, and inside Saints football. This is Carroll College Saints Insider.
Welcome into another edition of Saints Insider from the bleachers at Burt & Ernie's. Make sure to come out here every Saturday and Sunday for football. Now, before we get to our interview today, we were able to mic up one of the Saints players this week and go through his day-to-day routine. Let's go through a day in the life with Nate McGree.
Nate McGree in the building. Great to have you, Nate.
Great to be here. All the crazy hand moves.
I'm excited to see it.
All right. Tuesday and Wednesday are morning practices, so I get up at 5:20 and head over to the PE Center for practice. Normally after practice I go to the cafeteria and eat with some of the players. Normally I try and go home and get a quick nap in. You know, it doesn't usually work out that way because my roommates are awake and I end up talking to them. And then I guess you just go to class, go eat lunch, go back down to the PE Center for meetings, more class. And then sometimes, like in the free time, I'll play Madden with Colin Sassano or Archie, my roommates. If I'm not playing Madden and I have more time, I usually like to be outdoors. I like to hunt and fish. And then at the end of the night, normally I just end up doing homework or watching TV or movies before I go to bed. My dad's just a business guy, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do coming out of high school. So I just figured there's a lot of things that you can do with business, and you can do a lot. You can be like in the health profession or, you know, like college, or you can literally almost do anything with business because business is involved in so many things. So I grew up around the rivalry being from Butte, but my grandpa was always a big Carroll guy. So, I mean, I can't imagine playing on the other side, like playing in Butte on the other side of the rivalry. I can only imagine it being playing here, so. I mean, we like to say it's just another game, but everyone knows like it's a big rivalry. It's been a big rivalry for however many years. So, I mean, there's always like that little extra like competition, and like you want it that much more, especially right now, like with both teams being, we're 5-3 or whatever and they're 6-2. Like this is a big game with a lot of like playoff potential, and so we know that like this is an important game, not just because it's tech, but because it maybe can get us where we want to be at the end of the season.
So with all that on your mind, how do you try and flip the switch when you're a student in the classroom and just, you know, go to school?
I don't know, it's kind of hard, especially like with the early morning practices. It's just nice because you get your football out of the way early and then you can kind of focus on class. But I mean, there's just like, right, especially during the season, it's somewhat hard to focus on classes, especially when it's like a big game like tech where you just are thinking about like all the stuff you do and like the practice and all the film you want to watch. But yeah, it's better not to do that in class. It's better just to try and pay attention in class. So for that last play, that one, yeah, if we were like,
As Colt Gref joins me now here on Saints Insider. He's a defensive end for the Saints. And Colt, what a game you guys just had last night. It's a testament to your team that you guys are able to just get up for those big games. 3 ranked opponents you guys have knocked off this year. Just how do you think you guys performed?
Yeah, today was definitely a team win for us. It took all 4 quarters, a grinding game. We got a little nervous after they took the lead there in the 3rd quarter, but we stuck together and able to finish off with a nice team victory.
What was it like to play alongside someone like Garrett Kokeb? He's able to get those 2 block kicks. Those are huge. At the end of the day, if the game is a 2-point game, at the end of the day, those 2 points are the difference, you know? And he also had a sack as well. And just, what's it like to play alongside him?
Yeah, Garrett's he's a good young player for us. He's a big, powerful dude, and he works very hard. He's an awesome guy to play with.
And for the seniors, obviously, an emotional win. What does it mean to you guys?
Yeah, this is a real special win for us, especially senior night, my last game at Nelson Stadium, and Tech's a huge rival of our number 1 rival. So that's always a game that we look forward to playing, and as a defensive lineman, I really look forward to it because they like to run the ball. So gave me a chance to get after it a little bit.
Yeah, 8 tackles. You were all over the ball today. Just what made it so that you guys were able to not only get in on the quarterback, but also be able to stop the run game too?
Yeah, we had a great game plan in. Coach Haynes had a great effort making us prepare for this game, and I definitely think like the coaches, they made us prepare. They made us work extra hard this week, and we were just ready. We played as a unit, played 11 as one.
We talked to Garrett after the game, and something that he brought up was he's got a lot of homework to do over the next couple of days. As a student athlete, what is it like having to manage school and football all at the same time?
Yeah, it can be hard sometimes. You got to sacrifice sleep sometimes. You got to do a little extra studying, but yeah, coaches get us out on time, so we have enough time to get our homework done, and teachers are definitely at Carroll helpful for our student.
Obviously, you guys have put together a few straight wins, and with playoffs looming, how do you think you guys have shown to the committee that you guys belong?
Yeah, so I believe we're tied in second now in conference. We're all same record as Tech and Western lost today. So hopefully, I mean, we want to win out and do everything we can to get those bids in.
And Isaiah taking that block kick back, what did that mean to your defense? Obviously, giving up a touchdown was not ideal at that point in the game, but him taking it all the way back, what kind of momentum swing was that?
Yeah, that was big. I don't remember how much we were up at that point, but it put us up by a little bit more.
9-6.
Yeah, 9-6. Yeah, and it just kept that field goal distance. And Isaiah's an explosive playmaker, man, and I'm glad that he was able to bring that back for us.
What was the feeling like in the locker room? Obviously, Tech, your biggest rival, and senior day. Obviously, emotions, happiness, sad, all at the same time.
After the game?
Yeah.
We were just happy, man. There's no reason to be sad. I mean, smile because it happened, not be sad that's over with. I mean, that's what I like to say. And but yeah, I mean, yeah.
And Coach Van Diest being there for you guys all season, he's been supporting you guys through everything. What has that meant to you?
Coach, yeah, he's a mentor to me. He's the man, yeah. And I love everything about the dude, and I'm just glad he's been around for our final season.
That'll do it for this edition of Saints Insider. Thanks to Colt Gref for joining me. Let's take a look at Coach's post-game thoughts. But for now, I'll say good night. Have a good night.
Adversity struck. There's many times when the adversity, we were even down at one point in the game, and after having that lead, and be able to come back and find a way to win. Is my hats off to this coaching staff and these kids and these players and this senior class. It was the last time they got to play. Last time you got to smell the grass and see the stadium from the view of a helmet. And so it's just they're going to remember. You'd always remember the game when it was your last time, and so it's exciting for this program and for those seniors and for the staff. Today was dedicated to the seniors, so they were, they had to look the seniors in the eyes and say, man, I played this one for you, and that's hard, when you play for somebody else, and you got to leave that on the field for them, and so it was pretty special, and it was pretty special, for them and the defensive staff, and be able to shut them down like they did, and wow, it was incredible for sure. Cocav's the man. They got the little push there, and him and Gref, they push the line. He's been doing it all year, and he's got his little whistle mouthpiece, and it spins in a circle of gold, and he got good vertical push there. You know what I mean? So, and what a turning point! What a turning point! You know what I mean? So that's a scoop and a score by Zaw, and great block by Cocav. Game changer. All of a sudden they had the momentum. Bam, we have the momentum right back. We're rolling. It's not a tie game. We're still up by 3. So that's huge. Let's just smile for a day. Okay, it's that 24-hour rule. You know what I mean? You win, you lose, just 24 hours and enjoy it. You know what I mean? And what a great. It was a 3rd-ranked team that we beat this year, and so that makes it pretty special. And no, you got to enjoy it. You got to enjoy it. And whenever your highs are not high enough and your lows are too low, then it's probably time to get out. So a win is a win. It doesn't matter if it's by 1 point, by 19 points, or whatever. But we're going to go out and compete, and it just hats off to them. If those kids are excited, they deserve it, man. 6 o'clock in the morning, the grind, and they're all in, and it's just proud of them and their accomplishments.